Hello, welcome back to Inner Alchemy Oracle. My name is Tia and I'm so happy to have you here with me today in this community and joining me for another reading. In today's reading, we are going to be connecting with your spirit guides. My spirit guides will be assisting me as well, but just connecting to see what messages they have about your relationships. This could be relationships with yourself, friendships, romantic relationships, family relationships, any kind of relationships. We want to see what your spirit guides have to say and what the most pressing things that they feel like you need to know at the time of watching this video may be. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across this video and feel drawn to it, it is for you. So we're going to get started today. I am going to draw 3 cards, one to represent each group for today's reading. I'll also randomly choose some crystals, a crystal to go with each group as well. I have already shuffled the deck, so we're just going to see what comes out. Now, please have a card for pile 1, please. Card for pile 1, please. We have, make sure this is in frame. Yes, we have Own It. Actually, I'll put that right there. Be aware of how you express your fear. Interesting. Pile 2. There's multiple cards, so I'm gonna do it again. Group 2, please. Feeling this one. Slow down. Notice your surroundings. Thank you. And group 3, please. Okay. We have, you are safe, share your true self. Thank you. So, to help assist, if you need, or if you like crystals to help you make your decision and choose your groups, I'm gonna shuffle my little selection of crystals. Oh, my goodness, one of them got stuck in my cardigan sleeve. And I'm just gonna randomly choose one for group 1, please. Here's for group 1, thank you. Group 2. Group 3, please. Okay, we have a little piece of Angel Aura Quartz. So, please take a moment, pause the video if you need to, take a deep breath, just relax, connect with your intuition, connect with your heart, and pick the pile or maybe multiple piles that you are most drawn to, and then check the timestamps in the description box below to go to your reading, and I'll see you there. Hello, my beautiful group number 1s. If you chose this group or pile, then this is your reading all about the most pressing or urgent things that your spirit guides want you to know about your relationships, whether that's romantic, friendships, relationships with yourself, your family, whatever type of relationships. We want to see what your spirit guides want you to know right here in this moment whenever you're coming across this video. I also want to emphasize that this is a general reading, so what comes up in the cards today, I'm just reading the cards. And I think if something doesn't resonate with you, that's okay, right? It's a general reading, so things may apply to different people in different ways. They may or may not apply. Every single part of this reading may not resonate with you, and that's totally okay. Just if something resonates with you, take it in the way that it is meant to be for you, if it is. So, enough rambling. For your card, you have Own It. Be aware of how you express your fear. And we are going to look at the guidebook for this deck, for these cards. This is a new deck. It's not super new to me, like I didn't just buy it, but I haven't used it more than like a couple of times since I first got it, so it's kind of new. I've had it for a year, but I want to use it a little bit more. It's called The Power of the Elements by Cassi White, and we have 31. So, oh, actually it's grouped by the elements, so this has to do with the elements. I think red is earth, actually, since this card is red. So yeah, let's look at the earth element cards. Here we go. Maybe I passed it. Okay. We're gonna find it. Sorry. Roman numerals just kind of get me, and I think visually I'm just looking for something to pop out at me. And it's not. And this is definitely an earth card. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. This is so weird. Oh, okay. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, actually, these are not earth cards. Sorry, like I mentioned, this is my first time using this deck. So these are fire. Okay, I got the red confused thinking it was earth. Red is also fire in this deck, or orange. I think that's actually orange. It's hard for me to tell, but I think it actually does look more orange. So anyway, fire is the element for this card. Be aware of how you express your fear. Volcanoes, when active, fire up loud, violent eruptions, sending explosive heat into the air. Ash and poisonous gas, projectile rocks exploding out of the ground to hit and land on anything in their path. Destructive, violent, and aggressive by nature. Volcanoes clear a path with molten lava that oozes over the land, destroying all living things as it moves. It doesn't happen often, but when a volcano erupts, it is violent, loud, and all-consuming in its path. Yet, after the eruption, a silence and stillness are felt, a quiet for miles in its surroundings. You can also be this. Your anger can explode from you in a violent torrent of emotion. Wow. Poisonous as it sends out shockwaves. Red hot, eruptive, and poisonous as it sends out shockwaves of destructive energy to all in its path. After the emotional eruption, silence, nothing but silence as the damage is assessed. Anger is fear in expression, violent energy that can erupt from you if it is allowed to stew and fester. Heating your core being, fueled by fear, anger can be violent and all-consuming. All can suffer from this at different times in life. To be human is to feel fear, and when the fear is not addressed, talked down, sent love, understanding, and reassurance, it can fester and grow and feed on itself until it has nowhere to go but up and out. Before it erupts, it is best to move away from others. Get yourself to a safe, protective space and allow the anger to erupt and be expelled without harming others. To yell it out, beat the cushions, pillows, stamp your feet, or move your body at a fast pace to expel the fuel that has built up in you at this time. Do not think that covering your fear with alcohol, food, drugs, or other behaviors to excess will stop it gathering. The fear will simply sit and wait, gathering in strength until you are truly weakened and erupt out of you at a time when you have no control over how, when, or at who it will erupt. And then there is an additional message here. It is okay to feel anger. It is okay to feel fear. However, it is not okay to take it out on others. It is your creation. It is within you and within us all. A pattern established many, many lifetimes ago. As the world and humanity shift from aggression to peace, anger will slowly subside. Fear will have no place in you, and you will choose love, always love. Until this time has come, be aware of your feelings. Be aware of how you express your fear. Own it. Don't let it own you. Calm your fear. Reassure your fear that all will be well, as it will be. After all, we all simply want to be loved. I feel like this book has some typos in it, but that's neither here nor there. Or some like grammatical errors, but yeah, that is neither here nor there. So that is the card that you got if you chose this pile. And then you also have, I believe this is a Rhodonite crystal. So, pink and black. I'm always drawn to crystals that align with the heart chakra. So I have a lot of those. Okay. We are going to start off with some tarot cards. And I'm just going to shuffle to see what the main themes may be in general, just concerning the area of relationships in your life, or what you need to know right now at the moment that you're watching this video. So, let's see. Okay, what are the main themes for pile number 1's relationships as they're watching this video? Knight of Cups, Ace of Swords. Can I please get another card? I feel like this one, Nine of Swords. Okay. And then I also would like to get some clarifying oracle cards. Going to use this deck. It's called Magickal Spellcards Guidebook. I love it. Just to get some clarifying cards before I get into just what the energy is coming up and what I'm seeing in the cards. Oh, wow. Okay. A little bit explosive there. Right. Can I get a clarifier for the Knight of Cups, please? Can I get a clarifier for the Ace of Swords, please? Okay, actually 2 came out at one time, so if one of those was meant to come out, they will come out, but I'm gonna try that again because I just want to try to get one card to clarify each of these. Can I get one card, please? And one card to clarify the Nine of Swords. Thank you. Okay. Just gonna spread these out a little. Okay, now that I have that all together. So we have the Knight of Cups and dream sweet, sleep deep, sleep that's deep and last till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. So I feel like there could be an energy of someone you're dealing with who is kind of like this knight in shining armor. They have all the romance, like they're saying the right things, they're doing the all things. They could be like someone that you have dreamed about, or maybe there's an idea of this type of person that you have in your mind. Like maybe for you, they're not someone who has come into your life yet, but you have an idea, like you visualize them, you think about them, maybe you've had dreams about them, maybe you feel connected to them in some kind of way. Maybe, you know, I just feel like this is someone, if they're not in your life yet, this is you kind of thinking about who your dream person will be and really trying to like manifest that. Or it could be someone who is currently in your life. If you do have someone currently in your life that is just really coming with the romance, like trying to whisk you away, like really pulling out all the stops, right? Like doing and saying all the right things from jump. So I do feel with the cards that have come out at this time that this does have to do with a romantic relationship for my group 1. So if you're not interested in romance, if that's not a goal for you, if you're already maybe in a happy relationship or something like that, if this message doesn't feel like it applies to you, that's okay. But I feel like there's that sort of energy coming up. I am getting sort of like fuckboy vibes, like in general, and this could be like any gendered person, like, but I'm just getting in general, like, just there's something behind the facade. There's something behind the glitz and glam. Everything that glitters ain't gold. What's that Jhené Aiko quote? Something about being dipped in gold. I can't remember right now, but there's a Jhené Aiko song that talks about being dipped in gold. And the Knight of Cups here is just really making me seem like this is someone who you think is your dream person, but everything is not what it seems. Everything is not what it seems. Yeah. If y'all watch Wizards of Waverly Place growing up, what it do? If you don't know what that is, I think my age is showing here. So yeah, but that's basically what I'm getting from this. Let's see if there's anything in the guidebook about it. Yeah, it talks about like romance, flirtation. Like, I feel like this is a sign of like romance. This is like either your dream person and they're doing all the right things, or I think that like just all the cards coming out here, I'm getting the initial impression that this is someone who seems like your dream person in the beginning. They're doing and saying everything right in the beginning. There's some sort of like new information, new inkling, like something that you learn about them, whether that's directly from someone else, from them, from like your own intuition, or just being like divinely guided to these breadcrumbs where you just accidentally find out something. But I feel like there is something new that you are learning about this person. And I feel like that's something that may have you feeling like if you maybe went along with things, just not questioning anything, not having the least bit of curiosity, if you just kind of like jumped in or something, like you could regret it maybe, or maybe you're having feelings of regret from feeling like you got whisked away for something. Like there's something about this new information that's making you feel like some sense of regret, like I shouldn't have done this, or I don't know. And don't get scared by this, because I think plenty of people are going to disappoint us in our lives, including ourselves, and that's just a part of life. Like nobody's perfect. We are going to disappoint people, so I don't really see this as necessarily a bad thing. But I do want to get more cards because like that's what's coming up for me initially, but I feel like there's something missing here and I'd love to get more cards. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna get some more oracle cards. Okay. And we'll see if that helps what's coming up and like this energy kind of make more sense to me, or just help me put it in better words, I think. That's what's coming up for me right now. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And we have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay, so I do feel like there's some sort of like truth that you're learning about this person. It could be like a piece of information that really helps you like make the right decision in your relationship so that you're not feeling in this Nine of Swords energy. But I feel like there's information that you're receiving, or there's ways that you're going about something. Like this is you kind of realizing you have to do things differently. Like this is you. Sorry, I'm just collecting, like, I feel a lot of different things here. And you could have like this could be where you have an energy of feeling confused. I'm having trouble like getting my words out right now for some reason. So I feel like you could feel confused about this situation or not know like what you're supposed to do in this situation. You could just not know if you're making the right decision with this person, or you could just be confused about what to do and where you're at. And I think that you are going to be learning something, some piece of information. Again, this is a general reading, so this can apply in many different ways. But you're getting a new piece of information that's helping you really learn like the truth about something, whether that has to do with the relationship moving forward or not. Again, there could be different outcomes, and maybe we'll get more into like what the outcome will be from this new information. But I feel like as long as you're following like your intuitions and how you feel, like those gut feelings and things that actually feel good to you, like if it feels like something's wrong, something's off, you have something that makes you feel like a bit hesitant, go with that. And I think if there's a path where you feel really good, it feels good in your body and your spirit, then also going that. And that is how you will know that you're on the right path. So I feel like that is something that will really help in this confusion. And I do think that maybe you're even opening up to like a new mindset towards relationships. Like maybe this new information is helping you release a limiting mindset or a toxic mindset you had towards yourself, where if this is a situation where someone is romancing you and it's like, it's fun, it's enjoyable, and you want it to continue, maybe this is about opening your mind in a new way so that you are able to actually accept that sort of dynamic and enjoy that sort of dynamic in your life. Maybe that's what it is. But I think this is just something that's helping you make the right decision and stay aligned to like the dreams that you have in your heart for what your love, like the sort of love standards of love that you want in your life. Being very clear that we can't control other people and we have to allow people to be authentic. But I think just what your standard for how love should feel to you, I feel like that's something you're really clear on, but there could be some sort of like limiting mindset that has been in your way. And so I think that you're maybe being able to kind of release that and opening up to thinking in a different way so that you can go to a level in your relationships that you maybe haven't been before. So I want to see more about what this information is, to be honest. So I think I want to get some more tarot cards to go with this. So we're going to use the Modern Witch Tarot deck because I'm really interested to see more about what like sort of information you're getting. If you're meant to know, that's what we're going to see here. So what is this information that my group number 1 is going to be getting? We have the World card. What is the information that group number 1 will be getting? And 6 of Pentacles. I do feel like this is good information, honestly. I feel like, okay, so the fuckboy energy that I was feeling earlier, like maybe this has to do with doubts or limitations or mindsets that you have from dealing with toxic relationships or situationships in the past. And I've been there, so I totally understand. I am in a healthy long-term relationship now. It has not always been, we've been together for like 3.5 years, and it hasn't always been like smooth sailing, right? I think we both had limitations or beliefs that we had to grow past in order to grow as individuals for ourselves, but also to better support like just being in a healthy relationship in general. I think they are things that we would have had to confront to be in a healthy relationship no matter who we're with. So this does make me feel like with the World card and the 6 of Pentacles that there's something that you're like confronting But this person does seem like really genuine. I think that you could have like fears because of like past situations or past mistakes you feel like you made, but I do feel like this person is really genuine. I feel like they're a generous person. I feel like they're really generous with you, and I feel like you're going to be experiencing like a full circle moment once you allow yourself to kind of like learn the lessons from those previous cycles. Like this to me feels like a cycle in your relationship that's closing because you're learning better from before. You're learning a different way to approach relationships. You're realizing that you have grown from your past situations as well. But I do think this is someone that you can trust. I do. Sorry, my allergies are acting up so much. I'm gonna take a sip of water. So please excuse the sniffles. Okay, I also would love to see what will be the outcome of this situation. What will be the outcome of this information? We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. What is the outcome of learning this information? And the Ten of Swords in reverse. I feel like that's really positive, having the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely some sort of like past betrayal, some sort of past toxic situation that really, really fucked with you. And I like, that's understandable. Like, absolutely. Like I said, I had come out of the most toxic situation ever before being with my now partner. And our relationship is great, but there were a lot of limitations and like past betrayal that I had to get past from previous romantic relationships, and even like my relationship with my parents was something that really affected me, specifically like my father. So yeah, I do want to look into this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, but those were things that really limited how much me and my partner now were able to connect and grow in ourselves and into relationship with each other. So but I do think with this Ten of Swords in reverse, like that's something that you are healing from. You're healing from betrayal. I'm going to look at this Knight of Pentacles in reverse and just see. These messages in this book are pretty short, which I can appreciate. I do like the longer ones, but I think sometimes the short ones have their place and can be succinct and easy to understand. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. All this sniffling I know is so fucking gross. Okay. So we have Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is solid, dependable, and obviously has a serious work ethic. They have no problem keeping their head down and getting the work done, and they'll do it perfectly. Their attention to detail and their ability to deliver is admirable. If the Knight is you, it's time to toil away and get shit done. It's going to take long, hard work, but you will probably find some enjoyment and satisfaction in the process. So, I don't know, maybe this is you kind of avoiding doing the work of moving past those past betrayals, but you're not going to be able to, like, get to this World card and Six of Pentacles moment and, like, fully enjoy your Knight of Cups and this dream that you have dreamt for yourself and the standard of the romantic relationships you want to have. Like, you're not going to get there unless you can release what doesn't assist in your soul's growth, unless you can really like get down to it, establish a system and routines for your well-being, for your mental and emotional health. Find a therapist that you can trust. Find a life coach. There are life coaches that specialize in so many different things. So an accredited one who maybe can support you in your mindsets around relationships and just understanding what those blockers may be for you. Talking to a loved one that you can trust, journaling, doing a meditative practice, doing readings for yourself or something like that. But I feel like there's some sort of avoidance from your part of doing the work and of just being able to move past the things that hurt you before and the betrayals that you experienced before. And I just want to say, group one, that is a really hard experience that is a really difficult thing to do, to confront those things, how they affected you, maybe feeling disappointed with yourself for not knowing better at the time, but now you do know better. So now that you know better, why would you keep being resistant to being able to take from that and release from that the things that will help you grow? So whatever guilt you have, if it's shame around yourself or like feeling like I should have known better, don't do that to yourself. We all have to have these experiences in life that we learn for whatever specific reason that our soul chose. Like, there are things that we go through that we have to learn. Some can be from our own suffering, and I do think that if you do continue down the path of being maybe a little resistant to really doing the work to move past and release these things that are holding you back and holding back your soul's growth, I think that that is playing a part in your own suffering. So, gonna pull a couple more cards to see just what advice they have about the situation and about doing the work. So any advice you have for group 1 doing the work. This was a good bit of cards that came out, but they all came out upright, so we're just kind of gonna go with it. We have the Fool, 9 of Cups, the High Priestess, and also the Moon card. Let me move these so I can make sure you can see that. Okay, yes, you can. So I think that with this Fool card coming up, like, definitely approach this in a new way. Approach this situation that you're in now, like giving this person a completely clean slate and not bringing the baggage from your prior situations into this relationship now. I think, hold on, I need to blow my nose so I don't keep sniffling, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So as I was saying, with the Fool card, I feel like it is necessary for you to approach the situation like in a new way, with a completely, like, give this person a completely clean slate. Do this from the perspective of, like, if you have this dream sort of standard for a romantic relationship, like, there's a part that you play in that also, where you have to show up in a certain way. So I think, even if, how do I want to say this? I think, you know, with there being a part that you have to play as well, responsibility that you have to have over yourself and how you show up in that partnership as well, I think, you know, you have to do the work in order to be the person that can actually sustain a healthy relationship, or at least engage in the experience in a healthy way. Even if this isn't like the person you end up with, that's okay too. I think just while you're enjoying it right now, I think approaching it with a fresh mindset and being mindful of how you're showing up will do a lot for you. I think this is a deeply intuitive time for you. I think this is a time where you are kind of taking out like your intellectualism from the process. I think there's always good to have a balance of like our intuition, our intellect, our logical mind, and our intuitive mind or our heart, like, they all have a different place in our lives and can serve us in different places and different ways within our lives. And I think that approaching this situation with more trust in your intuitive nature will do better than maybe approaching it from like an extremely rational standpoint, because maybe the extremely rational standpoint you're coming from is the one from the toxic situation, is the one from this betrayal. So like, it makes sense to your traumas or the ways that you're hurt that you're still holding on to and haven't worked through. And so maybe your intuition, maybe your soul, maybe these deeper feeling parts of yourself have more wisdom to offer you that will really help you show up as the person that you want to be, that can really help you just show up in more confident ways where you're really sure of yourself and how you're navigating your relationships, your discernment in your relationships, just being really proud of who you are and how you're showing up in your integrity and in your emotional integrity and your emotional fulfillment as well. I think this is something that will bring a lot of fulfillment to you. So these are all the messages that I have for you today, group number 1. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. This was a really good one. I enjoyed this. If you enjoyed the reading, please give this video a thumbs up, like it, comment down below to let me know how it may have resonated with you, and then subscribe so you can stay in touch with this community for future readings. I love you so much. Bye. Hello, my group 2s. Welcome to your reading. Today, we are getting into what your spirit guides want you to know about your relationships, whether that be with yourself, family, friends, romantically, whatever it is. We are going to get into what you need to know right now at the time that you're coming across this reading. So, first, before we get into the tarot cards, we're going to look at the card you chose, which was slow down, notice your surroundings. I don't know what element this is. I am going to read out of the guidebook for this one. And this deck works with like 4 or 5 different elements. Let's see. What is... The green is spirit. Okay, so this green circle is spirit. We have the element of spirit with slow down and notice your surroundings. We have this beautiful nature in the card. 23 is the number. All right. So it says, parks lift your vibration. Parks, grand and open, are for all to enjoy. Whether it is kicking a ball, picnicking, playing, sitting, chatting, walking, or gazing around. All these activities that happen in parks are for healing as much as for enjoyment. What you feel, when you spend time in a park is love energy that vibrates from the trees, shrubs, and greenery that surrounds and meanders through them. Vital to your health, they lift your vibration to levels that allow for necessary healing. In your fast-paced world, you are on the go all the time. Taking time out to spend in a parkland will help you slow down enough to breathe deeply and enjoy the present moment. It cannot be helped. Being in a park draws you to what is happening around you at that moment in time. Focuses your attention in the now to the sounds of nature and wildlife, the rustle of a breeze through the leaves, of the giant canopies above, the buzzing and fluttering of insects that pass by or stay to be near, all draw your attention to where you are, and this is vital to taking a breath to enjoying the present moment. This allows healing for your mind, body, and spirit, to get you to the feeling of love, to connect you to the love vibration. When this happens, you are connecting to your heart, and the guidance of spirit can be heard. So this makes me feel like your heart is something that really guides you, like you're really intuitive. And I think the more that you prioritize time, not just for stillness, but stillness that allows you to ground and connect in nature is super healing. Like maybe hikes or just spending time sitting outside in nature. I love to just kind of like talk to the trees or like touch the trees and kind of do a form of energy healing and just ask them to like help take what doesn't serve me and ground me into the present. And, you know, whatever intentions feel good to you, like those could be practices that you notice really make you feel good. And then for the additional message here, we have make a visit to the park a regular part of your life. Spend time there, notice your surroundings, and enjoy the blessings of life, not only your life, but for all beings of earth. Amen. I love that. Okay, so if you chose a group 2, that is your card that you chose and its message. And then you also chose this beautiful green crystal. I believe this is called lapidolite. I think it helps. It's definitely for the heart chakra, and then the green all ties together. And so, yeah, I really think that like pay attention to your heart chakra. I think nature is definitely healing for that. And I think your heart really leads you in a lot of places in your life, which is beautiful. So we're going to start off with tarot cards. These have already been shuffled. in between piles. But we're going to get started here just to see what the overall themes of what you need to know about your relationships at this time may be, what your spirit guides want you to know. So we'll pull 3 tarot cards, and we'll also pull a clarifying oracle card for each, and then we'll kind of get into what I feel like the cards are saying. So what are the main themes for my group 2s? Main themes for my group 2s, please. I'm gonna go with this Queen of Swords, since that came out upright and on its own, or face up, and on its own. Page of Wands. One more, please. Thanks so much. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And then use these oracle cards. Kind of spread those out a little. I did not shuffle these in between, so let me shuffle these really quickly. Okay. Can I have a clarifying card for the Queen of Swords, please? Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee to bring your inspiration to me. I have a clarifier for the Page of Wands, please. Okay, it's not. Clarifier for the Page of Wands, please. Imagination, that came out for the last pile as well. For group number 1. And a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles, please. Okay, both of those wanted to come out, so we're gonna work with it. Okay. We have inspiration, clarifying the Queen of Swords, imagination, clarifying the Page of Wands, and then joy and justice, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. Just gonna put those. Okay, yeah, you can still see everything, so we're good. Okay, so with this Queen of Swords, I feel like you are someone who's really sure of yourself in the direction that you are heading in life. Like, you're very confident for that. You're prepared, like you're on top of your game. You're that girl, regardless of your gender. Like, you're the it girl. You're just really sure of yourself and where you're going. I think that you're really someone who takes a lot of inspiration from the world around you. I think that you have a really adventurous spirit, a lot of like exciting creative energy that really wants to come out, really playful energy that wants to come out. And I feel like you have a really creative imagination as well. It also just really feels like the start of like a new foundation for you. Like, there's some sort of, we have justice and the joy card here. I think because of this energy and because of like the power of your mind, of your heart, of how sure you are in yourself and the direction that you're heading, it feels like this is really bringing a lot of balance, and like you're reaping what you're sowing in the most positive ways, and it's bringing a lot of like joy in this new beginning for you. So I do feel like this reading is centered around your relationship with yourself, which makes me really excited. I know that romance is something that a lot of people enjoy like hearing about or talking about, but I think our relationships with ourselves are the foundation for everything. And so I always love like reading for those sorts of relationships too. So I'm excited to see what else comes up, but that's what I'm seeing so far. So I want to get into some more cards, but I feel like if this is not energy that you're already embodying, this is energy that you're going to begin embodying, or that you are working on embodying, or maybe like you're fresh in this energy. Either way, I feel like if you're not presently in it, then you will be in this energy soon, and I think it's going to do a lot of great things for you. And I think like this is just the beginning of the process, but I think there are essential roots that you're establishing. And I think also with the card that came out to signify your group, to me, this is you spending a lot of time just on your own or within nature. We have a lot of green here. I feel like this is going to be a transformative time for your own heart. Your relationship with yourself, with your intuition, with the world around you is strengthening. Your confidence, your ability to follow your vision and just have a clear mind, clear heart. And so you're already really strong in your mind in that way. So I think like connecting with nature is what will allow you to balance that out and also be really strong in that connection with your heart space as well. Like having both is essential, and knowing when, where, and how much both, like each should be balanced, is essential too. This is so cool. So let's get some more oracle cards to see what other messages your spirit guides have. This is really like, I feel like you have really calm energy too. You might be an introvert. You honestly might really enjoy your alone time. Yeah, you might be someone who really finds a lot of like joy and happiness in your alone time. Let's see. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yeah, I think you are definitely someone who enjoys that time alone and to yourself. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Yeah, I feel like although you are someone who really does enjoy your alone time, like you're really sure of yourself, you're someone who maybe like you walk your own path, or just in general, like an introverted nature may be draining for you energetically. Like you could be a highly sensitive person where it's draining for you to be like around a lot of people. So maybe you enjoy like one-on-one interactions than like group interactions. And maybe you spend a lot of time alone as well to really nurture your creative energy, or put more of your energy towards whatever these like dreams or commitments you've made to yourself are. But I think that taking time to connect in nature and still ensure that you're grounded in the world around you, and that you still feel connected to the world around you and know that you're connected to everything, is also really essential. And you staying really balanced in like who you are authentically, so that you don't feel regret about like, so I think there could be regret and maybe feeling like you're missing out on something, like this is feeling like FOMO for me or something, but like you're not missing out on anything. I think that maybe just connecting with nature, maybe even connecting with a community that enjoys things like hiking, a run club, time alone for yourself in the park, doing art in the park or something like that, could be really good for you. But I feel like even though you're someone who maybe loves your alone time, I think we all have an innate need to be connected to people and feel connected to the world around us. And so I think that's something that's going to be coming into your life a lot more. And you're going to realize that like you're not alone, that you're connected to all things, and that you still are surrounded by a community that supports you, a universe that supports you, nature that supports you. Like there are so many parts of this universe and the divine and in our physical reality that does support us, as much as there are things that, you know, maybe don't. But I think you're realizing that you do have a lot of that, and you're also realizing that that ability to find a lot of happiness within yourself is actually a really great thing. And I think you're just figuring out how to make it work for a better way for you, so that you are still really connected to the world around you, engaged with the world around you in ways that like still are authentic for who you are and what you enjoy. So I would love to get some more cards on just like what would support you best right now. I think I'm gonna go with this deck. I want to see what your spirit guides have to say about just what would support you best during this time. Just advice on how to, I know we got the message about like connecting with nature, but I'd love to hear more about just what would support you right now. What would support my group 2s right now? We have the illusion. I think this one wants to come out. Immense growth. One more, please. Better than you can imagine. Okay, I do really love the guidebook for these cards, to be honest. Amazing messages come from that. So I really want to see what the guidebook has to say with these cards. But I do feel like this is a period where you are meant to really strengthen that relationship with yourself. It doesn't mean that you won't have like other connections that are really important to you, or that like you enjoy during this time. But I think the main focus for you, like what you're prioritizing above all else, is that relationship with yourself and your own heart, and feeling confident and sure of yourself. If you're not already in that energy, or if you're new into that energy, you're just going to really strengthen embodying and rooting into that person. And I think it is going to bring a lot of immense growth in your relationships all around. I think that things are going to turn out to be like happier and better than you could imagine, like in the bigger picture, because I do feel like this is a journey that you're like freshly starting on or about to start on. But I think as you continue down this path, like you're really guided, you're protected, you're connected, and things are turning out better than you could imagine. Any illusions you had about yourself or the world are kind of able to fall away because of the connecting that you're doing. Let's see what this book has to say, honey. So the first one we have is 13, the illusion, Phantom Shark. In this card, we see a harpoon searching the sea for a dangerous shark that appears only in your mind's eye. Phantom Shark has a direct message for you today. Your current fear, worry, or insecurity is all an illusion. You tricked yourself into hunting for a thing that doesn't even exist. By putting so much attention and effort into combating or avoiding what you are afraid of, you are simultaneously engaging and fueling it. Most fears quite literally exist only in our minds. When you feel small, insecure, or controlled by fear, this is not your true self. This is your programmed self, ruled by the limbic system, ego, past traumas, and the false marketing that always shames us into not feeling good enough. This illusion will tell you that you are not worthy, make you feel scared, keep you with someone who treats you poorly, and make you feel the need to compete with and be better than others. The challenge lies in how powerfully real this illusion appears. It colors every aspect of your reality like a cloud of thick gray smoke. While you cannot always avoid being caught in the smoke, you can recognize when you are in it. This is the most important part of seeing clearly. You must first understand that you are in an illusion before you can escape it. This makes me think of Genjutsu from Naruto. If you've ever seen Naruto, if you haven't, I would definitely watch that. First of all, amazing character development. But also it reminds me of Genjutsu in Naruto, if you have watched it or you're a fan. It's like a sort of, it's a ninja skill, a sort of jutsu that is used when like against your opponent to present an illusion that they feel is real around them. And as long as they feel like the illusion is real around them, like that jutsu has power over them. Jutsu, I could be saying it wrong, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But as like Sakura, for instance, was someone who was really gifted in seeing past the illusion of Genjutsu. So it wasn't really, or Genjutsu, whatever, I'm getting tongue-tied, but y'all know what I'm saying. She was really good at seeing past the illusions of Genjutsu, and so it wasn't something that was effective for her opponents to use against her. That was a benefit she had, and so like it didn't have power over her. She could easily break the jutsu, break the illusion, and realize that it wasn't real. So that came to mind. Maybe you like Naruto, or maybe like that's a good show for you to check out. Either way, that example came to mind. Let's get back into the book though. Yeah, this is the most important part of seeing clearly. You must first understand that you are in an illusion before you can escape it. The more you become cognitively aware of the smoke, the less power it has over you. Right now, Shark's medicine for you is to understand that whatever currently brings you fear is not actually the truth. You are safe and everything is going to work itself out. Do not make big decisions when the gray smoke is visiting. Soon you will see clearly. And I know that that is happening for you because the Queen of Swords, like she's seeing very clearly in front of her. Her head is up. She's confident in the direction that she's heading, and she's prepared. So, and this is a lot of energy of like new beginnings that you're rooting yourself into. Things are better than you imagine. The illusion is going away. And I think something that will help really ground you into that energy is spending a lot of time in nature, for sure. But this is something that's going to come out of it. Whatever fears, insecurities, limiting beliefs, mindsets, things from the past that are holding you back from evolving into this person, like that illusion is falling away. And we have immense growth, 15. Let me get a sip of water. I like to put hibiscus tea packets in my ice water because I don't like plain water, and hibiscus is really good for like supporting your circulation, and so I like to drink it because I have a history of high blood pressure in my family, and so you know I like to be proactive. But either way, I don't know why I went on a whole tangent, but that's why my water is this color. But that can help you get more hydration in. If you're bored with regular water, try putting some cold tea packs in ice water. All right, back to your reading. We have immense growth with the vulture. Vulture comes to speak to us about the wisdom of the sacredness of suffering. In Buddhism, the first noble truth is that all life involves suffering. It is not something to be escaped, but to be accepted. Only when we accept this law of our existence are we able to transmute and grow from suffering. Vulture sustains her life by living off that which is dead. She does not interfere by bringing a quicker death to her prey. Instead, she allows it to endure what it must, and its suffering ends in its natural time. This mirrors back to us the importance of patience. There is a profound lesson in the name of the turkey vulture, Cathartis aura, meaning golden purifier. They indeed purify the landscapes by removing decomposing carcasses that could spread disease and harmful bacteria. In the same way vulture cleanses the land, suffering purifies the heart from and removes the veils or illusions of ego. Suffering comes in two forms. Both are meant for growth. The first form is inflicted upon us and out of our control. The second is self-inflicted, created from the attachments and illusions of our ego. Whatever form your own suffering takes, you must first accept it. When we resist the pain, when we resist aspects of ourselves we do not like, when we resist rejection, we perpetuate self-inflicted suffering. It is only when we accept it that pain begins to do what it was meant to do, transform us. This is the genius alchemical property behind acceptance. It transmutes. Vulture's medicine asks you to understand that pain, suffering, and trauma hold an energetic power. It is your choice whether to allow that power to attack you or to transmute its energy into your greatest asset. If you choose the latter, within you a hidden gift will be revealed, far greater than all your pain. I love that. I feel like if you were drawn to pile 1, maybe watch that. I feel like that is energy that you're coming out of. And so I wouldn't be surprised if like maybe you watch this reading pile 1 at one point and then you come back at a later point in your journey and watch pile 2, or if you feel like pile 1 is energy that you're coming out of or working to come out of, or is like past energy. I could see that. It doesn't have to be, though. If you didn't feel drawn to pile 1, that's okay. That's only if you were drawn to pile 1. Let's look at the last card, number 39. Better than you can imagine. With the dragonfly. Before dragonfly becomes her most authentic self, and that's what I was thinking about, like, you're finding ways to do things in a way that really like honors your authentic self. Like maybe you were shamed for that in the past. And so I feel like this new season is all about you bringing justice for yourself, and that you're able to accept your authenticity and make it work for you. You're able to take the shame that you used to feel and transmute it into knowing yourself, understanding yourself, loving yourself, being sure of yourself, and creating success and fulfillment from being yourself. Anywho, before Dragonfly becomes her most authentic self, she spends about 4 years underwater as a creepy little nymph creature. The Dragonfly nymph has no comprehension of her greatness. How could a creature that lives underwater even remotely fathom that there existed an atmosphere she had no perception of, which she would not only live in, but fly in as well? Dragonfly brings a sacred message about your belief in your future self. She says your perception of reality is quite limited and naive, and your image of your future self is incredibly narrow, but that's okay. Just be aware of this. If you have a dream, Dragonfly is telling you all you have to do is work on it, and life will do the rest for you. That's that Queen of Swords energy. Don't try to figure out what it's supposed to look like with your limited perceptions. You're just beginning. You're just starting out here. Don't look at setbacks as the end of the world. They were meant to happen to propel and stretch you. Just keep working on your dream, and life will create something so much bigger than you have the ability to understand. Stay inspired in your imagination. You will receive justice in this situation, and you will have a lot of joy out of it. Dragonfly's medicine teaches you to first surrender your need for something to be like the limited view in your head. Second, have absolute trust that life will deliver something greater. Third, be patient. Last, get excited that something bigger than your dreams is destined for you. That's so beautiful. I love that. Okay, I do want to get into some self-care cards just to see, because this is really rooted in your relationship with yourself, as like the main focus being that like there was a message for you. And again, this is just the message that you needed to hear concerning your relationships. This doesn't mean that you don't have a romantic relationship or won't have one, but this is just what you need to know most concerning relationships right now, with your relationship with yourself being important. So how should my group 2s take care of themselves? Connect with fire. Maybe like a burning ritual to release shame or guilt or things from the past. Family. And this could be like you're connecting with your ancestors. This could be connecting with like soul family. It doesn't have to be blood family if that doesn't apply to you. Family is just who do you consider in your heart to be family. So don't allow that to limit how you can apply this to yourself. I know for myself, there's a lot of my direct family, like my blood family, that I'm not connected to, but I have really strong connections with people who I'm not related to that are my family. So be open-minded in that way. Dream journal, we have imagination here. So maybe you receive like messages, intuitive messages, visions in your dreams or something like that, that it could be helpful for you to dream journal. And nourish your temple. And we have more green here. There's a little heart. I think nature will be really good for you. I think be mindful of the food that you put into your body, what you surround yourself with. Be mindful of your energy. Again, connecting in nature will help you to stay really grounded and clear. But I think it's important for you to really embody that Queen of Swords energy, to just stay really clear. Take care of your temple, your physical body, your mental body, emotional body, spiritual body. All of that is important. So those are the messages I have for you, group 2. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up and like, so that you can support this channel. If it resonated with you, I'd love for you to leave a comment down below. Just let me know what connected with you, if anything, and then subscribe so that you can stay connected for future readings and join the Inner Alchemy community. So again, thank you so much for being here. I love you. See you next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3s. If you chose this group, this is your reading all about what your spirit guides want you to know at this time about your relationships. This could be a relationship with yourself, with your family, friends, romantic, whatever. But we're just going to see what message you are meant to hear most right now that will be most helpful to you. You chose the You Are Safe, Share Your True Self card, and then this Angel Aura Quartz. So it is broken. I broke it, but it's still a beautiful crystal. So we are going to look in the guidebook to see which element this card corresponds to, and then also what the guidebook has to say about this card. And then after that, we'll pull some tarot cards and oracle cards before getting into the energy of your pile and overall themes for this reading. So let's see, this element is water. So you have the element of water, which has to do with like your emotions, things like that. And then You Are Safe, Share Your True Self. I believe that's 28, or no, 18. Okay. Lagoons represent a safe space for expression, like large ponds where you can share the still, calm energies of yourself. Safe spaces where you can trust who you are and safe spaces where you can trust who you are with, allowing a free exchange of thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Once emotions are involved, the connection goes much deeper. A person can feel vulnerable when sharing their emotions. They need to feel trust in the person they are expressing to or the people they share with. The lagoon represents this, a coming together, a sharing and connecting of likeness, support, and love. When you are with family or friends, do you share your feelings and emotions? Do you feel safe in expressing your true self? It is important to find these connections in life. Friends, family, animals you love all provide a safe lagoon for expression. In times of need, sit by the edge of your calm lagoon. Feel the peaceful, still energies that emanate from its center. Paddle out into its depths and float amongst its stillness, knowing you are safe, you are loved, and you are held in the emotional embrace of the earth. That's beautiful. You are safe to share your true self with those you love and those that love you. Okay. So we are going to get some tarot cards next. Gonna shuffle them. We're gonna pick a card, or 3 cards, excuse me. We're gonna pick 3 cards to just look into the overall themes for the messages that your spirit guides want to bring forth. And then we'll pull an oracle card for each of those to further clarify it before we get into just reading the energy and messages that come up. So what are the main themes for my group 3s? That's way too many main themes for my group 3s, please. Okay. I feel like these are the cards that wanted to come out. Page of Swords in reverse. Lots of swords energy in all the readings today. Queen of Cups upright and 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Interesting. We're gonna pull oracle cards before diving too deeply into that. To clarify each card and just see more of what is coming up. Let's see. Oop. Before it even came out of my mouth, we have these 3. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out. Since it came out before I asked my question, we're just going to ask and then see. And if they're meant to come out, they'll come back out. What's meant for you will be for you. Can I please have a card to clarify the Page of Swords, please? Okay. Can I please have a card to clarify the Queen of Cups? Can I please have a card to clarify the 8 of Cups? Whoa, okay, Imagination came out in a different oracle deck. An Imagination card came out in a different oracle deck for the other 2 piles as well. Interesting. I feel like my collective is in their heads about their connections. Okay, so with the Page of Swords in reverse, we have health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. This does feel like maybe like going against yourself in some way. Going against yourself in some way that like depletes your life force, depletes your energy, depletes your capacity, depletes your vitality, your spirit. The Queen of Cups in Fear. I realize I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This is someone who's really open to love, really confident in it, really accepting, like receiving, open to receiving, with the hands up like that, heart open, lots of water, like fully accepting and in control of their vulnerability and emotions in this card. So I feel like there is maybe some way, I'm feeling like, and we'll be able to get more details as we pull more cards out when we get deeper into the reading, but just initially it's just coming off as like some way that you've kind of been like doubting yourself, something you've been insecure about, a fear that you have that's really been draining your vitality because you're not allowing yourself to like be who you are. And that's like draining your vitality in some way. And I think that you do have fears around vulnerability. But like you have so much love within you. My group number 3 is like, you have so much love within you. I feel like you have a truly beautiful mind. And I just feel like a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt, a lot of like restricting yourself. And I think this is like an invitation, or maybe your spirit guides calling attention to the need to really like release your fears and really embrace more of like who you are, the love that you embody, and the creative imagination and beautiful mind that you have as well, like embracing those things. I have allergies and I wanted to still do this reading today, but please don't mind me clearing my throat so much. I have water here. case it bothers me. But let's get more into this. That's all I'm kind of feeling right now, but I'd love to just see more of what Spirit has to say about this. Can you please clarify the health and Page of Swords in reverse? Please clarify health and Page of Swords in reverse. We have joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Will you please clarify the Queen of Cups and the Fear card? Thank you. Queen of Cups and the Fear card. Confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Please clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse and imagination. We have harvest. As the waves of ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Yeah, I just feel like when you live your life more authentically and with a heart space that's truly open, and you let the beauty of who you really are shine through, and you are confident in that, not only does that bring emotional fulfillment and joy, but it brings a lot more confidence in who you are, how you show up, and what you're able to do. So I do feel like this reading is talking about your relationship with yourself and how that informs your relationship with everybody around you. So I do feel like it's talking about yourself, but also like your community of loved ones, and that can include like your community of closest loved ones, which can include people you consider family, people you consider friends, just whoever your closest circle of loved ones are. I feel like this is talking about your connection with them, but also talking about your connection with yourself in the same sense. But I do really feel like maybe there's been some frustration or doubt that has been preventing you from really opening your heart in these connections, or something like ways that you doubt yourself and how you show up in these connections. It's maybe preventing you from really enjoying the fullness of those connections, or really like allowing yourself to feel safe in those connections. But I think there's so much beauty in your love and emotions. There's so much beauty, again, like in your mind and how you show up and nurture the people around you and yourself. And I think that you will notice that you have more vitality, your life force energy is supported, the more you allow those parts of you to shine through. And I think just being open more to like receiving and being confident in the fact that you deserve to receive, and being confident in who you are and your unique gifts and your unique traits, you know, I think that that's really going to just light you up and open you up to receive so much more joy, so much more fulfillment and fullness from yourself and these connections. We're gonna get, okay, actually I want to get these cards, this oracle deck from over here called Work Your Light Oracles. So I'm gonna grab that because something I said made me think of that deck. So 1 second. Okay, I'm back with the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, I think. Yes. So I felt like really called to pull some cards from here. Aren't they so beautiful? Pretty, like simple, ethereal, pretty. I love them. Okay. Let's see what their guidance Spirit has about how you can show up in these connections and shine your light. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. And then we have a yes, just say yes. Okay, I feel like we should get one more for some reason. Can I have one more, please? This one. Play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Okay. Yeah. I do really see this as an invitation to confront like maybe the more curious part of yourself, the more inquisitive part of yourself, the part of yourself that's hungry for learning and exploring the world around you, that could be something that is overwhelming for you or has burned you in the past, especially with this empath's highly sensitive card. Like maybe you identify as an empath or a highly sensitive person. I identify that way. And, you know, I think that it's just really important to kind of like really connect to those like more intuitive, more like deeply emotional, more naturally curious and inquisitive and creative parts of yourself. And like any sort of shame or insecurity that you felt around those, any sort of fear that you feel or have felt around those, I think just really become aware of those. I think this is really calling you to become aware of what those are and figure out what you need to do to become more grounded and rooted in connecting with those parts of yourself. I think it can feel overwhelming when you don't know how to balance or ground that energy because you are so sensitive, and it can be easy to take a lot on from other people. So especially with all the water, like regularly cleansing yourself, you could do visualizations in the shower or do spiritual baths. Or just research like cleansing rituals, visualize yourself like in a waterfall, cleansing yourself. But I do feel like, you know, if you don't know how to necessarily like ground your energy, be in touch with or identify what's you and what's other people, like it can be easy to really get confused and like start to doubt yourself with that, to become overwhelmed with that. And then because of that overwhelmment, you can take so many things around you as like a threat, or like it's just so serious, it's so overwhelming, and you kind of lose your ability to have fun and want to connect with the people in the world around you, at least in my experience. You know, it's kind of how that can show up for me. And so I think this is an invitation to be really, really intentional about recognizing those parts of yourself. And then as soon as you recognize, or maybe even being like proactive about like recognizing the ways that these things like that you can be affected and or more negatively impacted, and then be more proactive and intentional in establishing routines and environments that really support those parts of yourself so that you can show up as yourself authentically, feel safe within yourself and who you are and your emotions and your empathic nature, but then also feel safe and grounded in connecting with the people around you. And I think you'll be able to get to a place of enjoying your friendships and most special connections then. But I think it's just a matter of like, say yes to opening your heart again. Like say yes to being connected to like, to just embracing who you are, and also embracing your connections with other people. And allow yourself to have fun and play. Like I think grounding will allow you to open up and have more fun in your connections, and because you're able to be a bit more like responsible over yourself and really nurture your needs in what it is that you need to support the intuitive, empathic, curious person that you are. Because I feel like you have a beautiful mind, beautiful heart, beautiful soul. I feel like you're a beautiful person, but I do feel a bit of that like doubt of yourself, or just feeling like you don't know how to manage yourself. And so learn and put things into practice, and then make that a part of your daily rituals and daily routines so that you're forever supporting yourself and how you're able to show up. I would love to also get some self-care cards just to see how your spirit guides would encourage you to like nurture yourself in a way that would best serve your needs and allow you to like safely show up as your authentic self in your connections. So let's see what practices Spirit says would be helpful in supporting you, Group 3. Connect with your womb. Connect with that nurturing energy of creation within you. Even if you don't have like female reproductive organs, I feel like this is mostly kind of directing you to connect with your energy of creation, connect with your imagination, the deepest parts of yourself that you create from. Oop. Okay, those exploded. We're gonna keep them. We have watch a movie, watch something that inspires you or allows you to like feel your emotions. This might sound weird, but something I do to really help me like kind of be grounded in emotions that I'm experiencing. I watch like feel good comforting movies, like Hallmark movies that I know have a good ending, but also really tug at my heartstrings because it helps me connect to those more emotional parts of myself and also feel more connected to like a human experience, especially when I am just like by myself and feeling emotions. Like it just, I feel like I'm not doing a good job at putting my thoughts together into words, like articulating my thoughts, but that's something I'll do when I'm sad. I just watch like feel good movies, and then my emotions, like even if I cry along with those movies, like they're positive emotions that kind of make me feel more like hopeful and imaginative about life, but also just allowing yourself to like watch a movie just for fun and not taking things so seriously could also be what that means. We have create art, so definitely tap into your creative energy, tap into your energy of creation within yourself, and connect with the earth. Connecting with the earth could be very grounding for you. I think just being grounded, being mindful of your energy, spending time outside, connecting with earth elements like crystals, working with herbs, different things like that could be really helpful in supporting your energy as well. So those are all the messages that I have for you, pile number 3. I wish you all the best in just the relationship you have with yourself and being able to accept and love yourself and know how to manage your special energy. You are so special, group 3. I just wish you all the best in your process of exploring and figuring out what you need to embrace and nourish who you are. And I thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this reading, please give it a like, thumbs up, comment down below if this resonated with you. I'd love to hear more specifically how you feel like it resonated for you in the comments. And subscribe so that you can stay connected with the Inner Alchemy Oracle community and for future readings. So I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye.